Hi friends, and welcome for a new practice of Ready Set Yoga. Today we are going to work together on splits, which are my favorite. So let's hop on the mat and get started. Let's start in tadasana. On the top of your mat, inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knee if you need to. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back into plank pose. Chaturanga, if you need, bend your knees. Inhale, open your chest, exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent for now and start pedaling out, bringing one heel at a time towards the floor. Bring your weight from side to side and just breathe here for a couple of seconds more. My advice here is to do a couple of sun salutations A and B before starting this sequence. Inhale, come on the ball of your feet and then push your heels down. Your feet are parallel and hips with distance apart. Keep your legs straight and bring your weight from side to side, pushing one heel at a time towards the floor. Navel in, tailbone up, stop to the center, inhale, right leg up, exhale, step forward, inhale, come up into warrior one, heels in one line, navel in, exhale, hands back on the mat, inhale, right leg up, bend your knee, heel towards opposite gluteus, keep your shoulders in line. Straighten your leg, exhale, plank, chaturanga, inhale, open your chest, exhale, downward facing dog. Navel in. Inhale, left leg up, exhale, step forward. Heels in line, inhale, come up into warrior one. Exhale, hands back on the mat, inhale, left leg up, bend your knee, heel to opposite gluteus, shoulders on one line. Open your hip, inhale, straighten your leg, exhale, downward facing dog. Plank, chaturanga, inhale, open your chest, exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your legs straight and walk forward, trying to keep your legs as straight as you can, pushing into your hip socket with your femur, with the head of your femur. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, Uttanasana. And come up, vertebra after vertebra. Your head come up last. Okay. Bring your feet hips width apart and bring your hands on your hips. Elbows in. Inhale, open your chest, bend your knees. Exhale, slowly bring your belly towards your thighs and hook your big toes. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, come back down. Release your neck, your weight is slightly forward and your elbows are out. You want to keep your chest and thighs touching, so if you need to bend your knees as I'm doing here, just keep them bent. If you can keep chest and thighs together. Then you can straighten your legs. Weight forward. Inhale, look forward. Navel in. Exhale, down. And 2 more. In. Exhale, down. And last one. In. Exhale, down. Keep your big toes hooked and start pedaling out. Bring your weight from right to left and bring your knees, one knee at a time, towards your armpit. Keep your right knee bent, right hand on the mat, straighten your left leg and left arm up. You can bring your right hand on a block if you need to. Exhale, change side. Inhale, open. And exhale, back to center. Bend both your knees. Inhale, look forward. And walk with your hands towards your left and push back with your right hip. In and exhale, relax. Inhale, back to center, change side. Hands to right. Left hip pushing back. If you need to have 2 blocks under your hands here, you can use them, no problem. Remember, you never want to be in pain. Inhale, back to center, look forward, exhale, release, bend your knees, hands to opposite elbow. Rock from side to side, lean forward a little bit. And then come back up slowly, gently, vertebra after vertebra. Step on top of your mat, feet together, hands on your hips or in reverse prayer or on opposite elbows. Step back with your left foot and keep your heels in line, not too far from each other. Inhale, open your chest, push back with your right hip and bring your navel towards your right leg. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. With every exhale, try to come a little bit closer to your thigh. Relax your neck, keep it neutral. Slowly bring your hands on the mat or on 2 blocks. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, bring your chest towards your thigh. 2 more. Inhale, and exhale, and last one. In, and exhale. Keep your inner thighs engaged by attracting one heel towards the other. In, look forward, bring your left foot a little bit farther away and keep your toes towards the front of the mat. Inhale, shift your weight forward, exhale, back. 2 more. In, exhale, and 1 more. In, and exhale. Keep the sole of your right foot up. Inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, navel towards your thighs. Of course, you can keep the blocks under your hands. Keep your hips in line. 2 more breaths here. As you inhale, bring your weight forward and bend your right knee. Exhale, back, and 2 more. In, and exhale, and 1 more. In, and exhale. Come forward, bring your left knee on the mat, top of the foot down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, come back. Inhale, exhale down. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. One more breath. Inhale, look forward. Open your chest. Left toes under. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward. And bring your weight on your right leg. Inhale, look forward. Lengthen your spine, hips in one line. Exhale, bring your chest towards your thigh. You can stay here and that's totally fine. If you can, try to fold a little bit more and bring your left leg higher. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, close your feet together in Uttanasana in, and exhale. Choose whatever variation you feel comfortable in right now, so bend your knees or grab your opposite elbows or your ankles. And stay here for a couple of more breaths. Inhale, come back up slowly. Exhale, release and repeat on the other side. So hands on your hips, step back with your right foot, heels in line. Inhale, lengthen, open your chest, grab opposite elbows or reverse prayer, your choice. In and exhale, navel towards your left thigh, left hip pushes back a little bit. Try to keep your hips in one line. Inner thighs engaged. Slowly bring your hands on the mat or on two blocks. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down, and two more. In. Exhale, keep breathing. Inhale, use the pranayama here. Exhale, down. Inhale, look forward, bring your right toes looking forward. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, back, and two more. In, and X, and last one. In, and X. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, bring your chest, your belly towards your thigh. Inhale, shift forward, bend your knee. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back, and one more. In. And exhale, back. Inhale, back forward, knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, back, Ardha Hanumanasana, hands on the mat or on blocks. As always, keep your right knee in line with your right hip. Inhale, exhale. There's a tiny twist here. You want to bring your navel towards your thigh. And hips are in line, always on one line. We want to work on both sides in the same way. That is what is gonna give our splits the right alignment we want to keep our spine safe. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Two more. In. And X. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Come back forward. Right toes under. Inhale. Step back. Left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Shift with your weight on your left leg. Inhale, bring your right leg up. Heels on one line, lengthen your spine. You can stay here or bring your hands in line with your left foot and bring your chest towards your thigh and right leg up. You don't have to be in a standing split here. You can be wherever your body feels okay. You can keep the first variation with hips in line. That's totally fine. And exhale, close, feet together, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, choose your variation. I'm gonna just relax here for a couple of breaths. You can stay with me or go for a more advanced variation of Uttanasana. Release and gently inhale, come back up. Feet together, top of the mat, inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward, exhale, jump or step back into plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga, and inhale, open your chest, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step forward with the foot outside of your right hand. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward. And one more in. And exhale, forward. Stay. You can move here in your stretch or just stay there. Bring your knee towards the floor, top of the foot down, open your chest, lengthen your spine, exhale back. This different variation of Ardha Hanumanasana, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bring your chest towards the floor. You can stay here, you can be higher, or you can have your forearms on the mat. Hips are on one line here as well. Push back with your right hip. You want to keep pushing from the sole of your foot. As you inhale, come forward, but bring your knee towards the center. And as you exhale, open your knee out and exhale, come back. Imagine the head of the femur moving inside the hip socket. Exhale back. And one more in. Exhale, change direction. So we go out and in. Two more in. Exhale, and last one in, out. Exhale, back. Okay, come back forward. Push down with your pubic bones and bring your elbows on the mat if you can. Hug your knee in, right knee towards right shoulder. Open your chest, lengthen your spine. We can stay here, or you can bring the toes on the mat and come up, detaching your knee from the floor. Bring your hands back on the mat. Inhale, open your chest and transit into Skandasana. So you want to open towards your left. Bring your left heel down, toes up, and squat here. Keep opening your hip and your foot. You can be farther away from the mat, that's totally okay. You can use your hands for support. Inhale, come up and bring your toes in, hands in line with your heels. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep your hands in line with your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, bring the crown of your head towards the mat. If you're more flexible, bring your feet a little bit closer to each other. In and exhale to have a little bit more space to keep your spine nice and long. Keep breathing. Inhale, open towards your right and transit into Trikonasana. So you want to keep your heels in one line, right foot points forward, and you can have your right hand on your shin on your ankle or on the mat, or even on a block if you need to. Gaze up. Imagine as if you are laying with your back on a wall to have your back straight on one line. As you exhale, bring both hands on the mat, close your hips. You want to have both hips on the same line. Here you can go back with the knee on the mat and just keep working on Ardha Hanumanasana if this is already enough for you today. Otherwise, you can keep both legs straight and with your hands on the mat or on a pair of blocks. You can work on bringing your pubic bones closer to the mat. Go for a couple of more breaths here. Use your arms. It's not the easier part of the flow for sure, but keep going. Okay, keep working on the alignment. So now stay in the pose. You can be here or you can be all the way down in your split. Keep pushing from the sole of your right foot back and forward, a little bit forward with your left side. One more breath here. You can stay here working on the alignment. If you feel fine, you can go forward. Inhale, come back up, and now bring your hands inside. You can use the blocks again, or just hands on the mat, or if you're a little bit more flexible, bring your heel on top of one block or two blocks, depending on your flexibility. And keep working towards your way down on the mat. A couple of more. You can be here, you can be very high, it's okay. We are all working towards different goals. Ultimately, our speeds. Okay, go down. You can be on your blocks, or if you don't need them, just on the mat. Inhale, open. Keep pushing back with your right leg. So we are not totally opening to this side. So we are not in a non-aligned split. We're not here, but we are here. If you want, lean forward with your chest, if you can. Inhale, come back up. Point your toes under and step back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out, relax for a couple of breaths. Okay, if you want, you can do a vinyasa, otherwise, left leg up. Exhale, step forward. And two more. In and X. And last one, in and exhale. Stay here, go back and forward, bounce a little bit down. You can stay in a static stretch, or you can move a little bit. Okay. Bring your knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, open your chest, lengthen your spine. Push down with your pubic bones. And as you exhale, straighten your left leg. Right knee in line with right hip. Inhale, open your chest. As you exhale, come forward. You can have your hands on blocks. You can stay here. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can have your elbows on the mat. Everything is fine. Choose your variation. As you inhale, come forward, knee in, exhale, knee out. Use the head of the femur. Move it into the hip socket. One more. exhale back, change side, in and exhale, 2 more, exhale, and last one. Sometimes it's not just a flexibility matter, but also being able to move in our body. So this kind of movements really help us to be aware of what is happening in our body, in our legs in this case. Okay, inhale, lengthen, exhale, come back forward, hands in line with your left foot, open your chest, and as you exhale, come down with your elbows, if you can, in your lizard pose. So hug your knee towards your shoulders, gaze forward. You can stay here, or you can get on top of your right foot and detach your knee from the mat. Keep your chest open. Couple of more breaths. Come back on your hands. Open your chest and transit into Skandasana, this side towards your right side. Bring your heel down, toes up. You can be very high, you can be with your hands on your mat, you can be a little bit closer to your mat. Keep opening. And now stretch both legs, heels in line, toes a little bit towards each other. Inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep the crown, bring the crown of your head towards the mat. If you need to have blocks under your hands, just feel free to use them. If you need to bend your knees, do that as well. Just adjust the pose to your own practice. A couple of more. Inhale, look forward, and transit into Trikonasana on the left side, this time. So left foot towards the top of the mat, hand on the ankle, on the block, on the mat, wherever you feel comfortable. And open your chest up, gaze up. Engage your inner thighs, push with one heel towards the other. Exhale, close. Hips on one line. You can go back into Ardha Hanumanasana, knee down, straight, left leg, inhale and exhale here. Otherwise, as we did on the other side, we go for some little bouncing action. So blocks or no blocks under the hands, straight legs, and bounce towards the mat for some time. Keep squaring your hips and then just stay in the pose here. If you are close to the mat but not enough, so you tend to collapse on your left side, what can help you is a block under your gluteus. You can have block here, so you can lay there and work on that alignment. So just do whatever feels right to you, but try to keep that alignment. You can go forward. And slowly come back up. Bring your hands inside of your left leg. You can have your hands on the mat, on the blocks, or if you're more flexible, you can have your heel on a block. And start bouncing again, this time with this different angle. If you're very flexible, you don't need to have your hands on the blocks, or otherwise you are not gonna be really bouncing. A couple of more here, or wherever you are, here or higher. Keep your core engaged. And then stay. You can stay up here. You can be closer to the mat. You can be here and be very comfortable. If you are, you can lean forward. Keep engaging your core and push back with your left hip. Do not collapse on your left side. In, come back up. Lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, go back into downward facing dog. Pedal it out for a couple more breaths. Walk forward if you can with your legs straight and sit on your mat. Straight legs. Activate your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, hook your big toes and come down in Hanumanasana. With every inhale, lengthen your spine, open your chest. With every exhale, down. This is your variation if you are quite flexible, but you can be here, you can be here, working on this straight line and opening up your chest. Couple of more breaths. And as you inhale, come back up. Exhale and bring your back on the mat and knees towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock from side to side on your back. Go for a twist, so bring your knees towards your left, open your right arm towards the sky and bring your gaze towards your hand. And stay here for a couple of seconds, just releasing, letting go. This is a flow that targets both hamstrings and hips, psoas, and everything you need to really work on to get to your splits. Inhale, come back to center, change side. It doesn't focus too much on any of those things, but it does a little bit of everything, so it's a good start to work on your splits. Come back to the center, knees to chest. And if you felt particularly stiff today, just don't get discouraged, but keep working on it, keep working towards your goal, and you'll get there. Release. Just lay down on your mat, get ready for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Palms towards the sky, heels in, close your eyes and let go. And start breathing in a neutral way, just let go. And stay here as long as you need to. Thank you for joining me for this practice today, and thank you for letting me to guide you through this splits flow. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Namaste.